one of my biggest struggles has always been I've always had a sweet tooth. So I'm trying to think of recipes when I get a sweet tooth while I'm on my health journey, what I can eat to kind of curb that sweet tooth. So in my pantry here, I've got this Ghirardelli chocolate brownie mix, and it is 140 calories a serving. Now, I do believe that you can do some things in moderation. I don't think that just because you're on a health journey that you must deprive yourself of something you enjoy. So I am going to show you a recipe that I've made before using a secret ingredient that will probably surprise you, may gross you out, but you can totally mask the taste. You won't even know what's in there. Gives you a burst of protein. I'm going to show you a healthier version of how to make these brownies. Are you ready for it? That secret ingredient is black beans. Made these brownies before using black beans, and they're delicious. You don't even know that they're in there. But I'm going to try something different. I'm going to do it the brownie batter, instead of doing it in the oven, I'm going to do it on my dehydrator. I'm going to spread it out real thin and try to make, if you've ever had brownie brittle, that's what I'm going to try to make. Now, that's the part that's new to me that I've never done before, is making it on the dehydrator. But I can tell you, if you wanted to make this in the oven using black beans, it's really, really good. So let's get started. I will be sure to leave a link in the description box below with a recipe for this black bean brownie. And like I said, the only difference is I made mine into a brittle on the dehydrator. Here I am just mixing up the oats and putting it in a food processor, making sure it's kind of like an oat flour consistency. And then now I'm adding some black beans, as you can see. And if I could have found all the parts to my big food processor, I wouldn't have had to do these steps individually. But I just wanted to make sure that the oat flour and the black bean got nice and mixed and incorporated together, so there weren't a bunch of creepy lumps. The coconut oil looks really disgusting, but it's totally fine, I promise. Depending on the temperature where you store it, it will either be solid, or in this case it was really runny and lumpy, but it all baked just nicely. And here I am just adding the brown sugar, which was an optional step. You do not have to add it. I think I added maybe 1/4 of a cup, and that made it just nice and sweet, but you definitely don't have to add the brown sugar. Then you're just going to mix it on your little silicone trays in your dehydrator. Obviously, your climate will have a lot to do with what temperature you set your dehydrator to. We did ours at 160 for 12 hours. The brownie brittle is done. Alright, now let's do a taste test of the brownie brittle. So far, it looks just like what you get at the grocery store. You know how in the bakery section, they sell the bags of brownie brittle. It's like $5. Let's see what it tastes like. It tastes just like it. That's crazy. It's got black beans in it, and it tastes just like brownie brittle. I don't know why I'm acting surprised, because when I made this in the oven, it tasted just like a regular brownie. But I was kind of surprised that it turned out as well and pliable as it did, having all that coconut oil in there. If you were to want to make this to store long term, we're probably just going to put it in a Ziploc bag and eat it over the next few days. But let's say you were wanting to take this on a camping trip or a hiking trip or something, and you wanted it to have a little longer shelf life, I would just leave the oil out. But even the chocolate chips, the handful of chocolate chips that I put in, they didn't even melt. They stayed intact. But I think this is good. I think that you can also crumble this up. You can either make it into a powder and just put it on your Greek yogurt to just give it some chocolate flavoring, or you could break it into little pieces and mix it up with some granola, have some trail mix, maybe put some marshmallows and some little graham cracker bits or the little honey grahams in there. I think this is really good. I would call this a hit. I hope you give it a try. Let me know your thoughts. Since this was kind of more of an experiment, I am just going to store it in a regular Ziploc bag. Next time, if I want to store it longer, I am going to leave the coconut oil out, because that will go rancid kind of fast. I think this will be good ground up into a powder and maybe put into milk. I think this would be good in oatmeal and like a trail mix, yogurt. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and hit that bell for notifications so you know the next time a video gets uploaded. Y'all take care now.